Hi, okay, so guys, I got my Lisianthus in the mail. So we are going to start on doing the soil blocks. So when doing soil blocks, you want your soil to be not super wet, but you do want some to be moist. Not too dry, but not too wet, just moist. So when you clump it in your hand, it just stays together. And what I do, I just like to do it on a flat surface, and I push down the soil, and then we get our soil blocks like that. And these, as you can tell, these are very tiny soil blocks because the Lisianthus flowers seeds are very tiny, but I got mine pelleted, so it'll be easier to plant. All right, so here I got my soil blocks, and approximately there's 50 in each. So I got and I'm gonna put up pictures of the ones that I'm gonna plant. One is First Love Voyage 2, and the other one is Lavender. It's just called Lavender Voyage 2. So these are pelleted, and then so with these flowers, they're very picky, and they're tiny seeds right there. I don't know if you guys can see them, but they're tiny. They're very picky too. So they need light to germinate, and they need heat to germinate, okay? But they are also very picky too. So not only that they need heat and light, they take forever to germinate. They take about, I've read, they take about 10 to 20 days to germinate, but they're also very slow growing too. So that's why they recommend you to start them before you plant them outside, to start them between 4 to 6 months before you plant them outside. So they're very slow growing, but they also something could go wrong with them. And I was reading, and what I like about Johnny's, they give you like almost like a cheat sheet on how to grow them, but they have something that is these flowers go through, and it's called rosetting. And when it says here that it is reversible, but from the research that I have, the many people that I've seen grown these, they said that when they go to rosetting, the plant is done. It's dead. It won't bloom. So we want to avoid the rosetting too. And I think that is due, if I remember right, is due because something with the roots. They don't like their roots being touched or messed with. So that's why I'm doing it with soil blocks. And there is a thing that flower farmers buy. I'm not gonna buy it because it's way too expensive, and it's just a gallon, and a gallon costs like $200. And I can't remember. And I can't remember the YouTube, but she's a flower farmer. She obviously buys it because she's a flower farmer, but she dips them in this. It's an organic thing. She dips the entire plant in it so that the root, I don't know, something happens to the root and then the whole plant dies. So she dips it in there so she could have her harvest. But I can't remember the name of that, but it's an organic liquid thing. And flower gardeners buy that, so their Lisianthus won't die. Now it's not necessarily, it's just I'm sorry, fly. It's not necessary, but a lot of farmers do get it because, you know, these are expensive seeds, but not only that they're expensive, but they take a long time. You have to work with it. So once you know that they're ready to transplant is when they have their 4 true leaves. So here we're gonna plant, there's approximately about 50 seeds here, and they're pelleted. So I'm gonna do one side, and these are 40, and then I'll do another 20 in another smaller tray. So we're gonna do one side with the first love, and the first love, it's, and I'll show you it to you guys, it's like a beautiful white with just a bit of tint of pink, and this is a beautiful lavender. So I'll show you how to get these started. Okay, so this is the first love, Lisianthus, and then this is the lavender. Alright guys, so here I have a tiny bit of water and my seeds that are pelleted. So ideally you want to have a toothpick or something with a thin or small tip, so you could dip the tip in the water and then get one seed with a tip. Oh, there's 2. We just want one seed per block. So this side I'm gonna have my first love, and I'm gonna put it in the middle just like that. And I'll bring you guys closer. It's a bit hard to see because they are small, but you want to just do one per block. So that way there's enough room for all of them. And I know it's kind of, you know, doing one per block, and we don't know if they're all gonna sprout because they are very hard to germinate, but we'll pray and hope that they all can germinate because I really want this flower. It's such a beautiful flower. And they're actually expensive to buy in flower shops and the reason is because they are very expensive, very hard to grow, but the seed also is very expensive. And also you want to get a reputable company where they grow, where they sell these seeds, because sometimes they will give you dupes. I've heard a lot of good things about Johnny, so just do your research on this seed if you want to grow this flower, because there are some people that will dupe you for thinking that it is the flower that you want, and it's not, and they will sell it to you in high price. But I trust Johnny, so that's why I went with them. And I will finish these up. Ooh, it fell in the block. So there's approximately 50 seeds in here, so we shall see if that is true. I don't know if I put one there. Okay, I know one is there, and one is here. All right, and I will continue to do this, and then I'll bring you back once I'm done. So, just showing you a quick closer view. It might look different because I'm recording on my phone. So all I do is I dip in the water, and then I just get one seed. Sometimes you'll get two. So I don't know if you guys can see, but the seed is right there. And then we'll just put it in the middle. Just like that. And you don't want to cover the seeds because they need light to germinate. Don't forget. Okay, so here I have my seedling, my seeds, in their individual blocks. So now what I'm gonna do is I am going to spray them and spray them really good, just like that, because you want that coating to come off. So you want to keep spraying them. I'm going to spray them daily until I don't see that that coating anymore. And I'm using, this is something that I use for my crafting, but you can use anything that you have. And then on top I'm gonna put vermiculite, and just a lightly coat of vermiculite, because these seeds need light to germinate. They need light to germinate. So just the vermiculite will help with the algae. Keep that in mind, because we do need to keep this moist. I will be putting plastic, not plastic, wrap, what's that called? Something to cover it. I forgot the name. I'll put it down, what I'll use. And then I'll put them under a heat mat, and then very close to the light. And they are very tiny seeds. As you can see, they're yellow. That's the coating. So I got all my Lisianthus in their soil block, and now we just have to wait. They could take about 15 to 25 days to germinate. So just be patient. They will germinate, just be patient.